1. Elon Musk, 3666B to 381B. When you hear the name Elon Musk, what comes to mind? The world's wealthiest person, with a staggering net worth between $366 and $381 billion, has become synonymous with innovation and disruption in multiple industries. But how did one person amass such incredible wealth? Well, it's not just about being in the right place at the right time. Musk has strategically positioned himself at the forefront of some of the most revolutionary companies of our time. As CEO of Tesla, he's transformed the automotive industry, making electric vehicles not just environmentally friendly, but seriously cool. Tesla's stock price has skyrocketed over the years, and since Musk owns a significant portion of the company, so has his wealth. Then there's SpaceX, which is literally reaching for the stars. This private space company has achieved what many thought impossible, like landing rockets vertically and making space travel more accessible. Add to that his acquisition of Twitter, now X, and his newest venture into artificial intelligence with XAI, and you've got a portfolio that spans Earth's roads to Mars' surface. What's fascinating about Musk's wealth is that it's not sitting in a bank account. It's tied to his ownership in these groundbreaking companies. He's essentially betting big on humanity's future, from sustainable transport to becoming a multi-planetary species. Love him or hate him, there's no denying that Musk has fundamentally changed multiple industries and continues to shape our technological future. 2. Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, the tech genius who turned a college dorm room project into one of the world's most powerful companies, now sits on a staggering fortune of $241 billion. But his journey, that's what's truly fascinating. Picture this. A 19-year-old Harvard student creates a simple social network called the Facebook. Fast forward to today, and that same guy runs Meta, an empire that includes Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Platforms that literally shape how billions of people connect every single day. But here's what's really interesting. Zuck's wealth isn't just about social media anymore. His recent bet on artificial intelligence and virtual reality has sent Meta's stock soaring. While many doubted his massive investments in the metaverse, his pivot to AI has proven he's still got that visionary touch. Holding a massive stake in Meta's stock, every time the company wins, Zuckerberg wins bigger. And lately, those wins have been huge. From connecting college students to connecting the world, and now pushing the boundaries of AI and virtual reality, Zuckerberg keeps proving that sometimes the biggest risks bring the biggest rewards. It's pretty wild to think that the kid who built a website in his dorm room is now one of the wealthiest people on Earth. Talk about a status update worth sharing. 3. Jeff Bezos. Let's talk about Jeff Bezos, the man who turned an online bookstore into one of the world's most valuable companies. You know those Amazon packages showing up at your door? Well, the guy behind all that is sitting on a mind-blowing fortune of over $230 billion. But here's what's fascinating. Bezos didn't just stop at Amazon. While he was building this e-commerce empire from his garage in 1994, he was dreaming even bigger. Like, literally out of this world bigger. He founded Blue Origin, his own space exploration company, because apparently Earth wasn't enough of a playground. And speaking of reading material, he also owns the Washington Post, one of America's most prestigious newspapers. Talk about diversifying your portfolio, right? Recently, Bezos' wealth got an extra boost thanks to Amazon stock rebounding in the market. Even though he stepped down as CEO in 2021, he's still Amazon's executive chairman and largest individual shareholder. So when Amazon does well, and it's been doing pretty well lately, Bezos' net worth shoots up like one of his Blue Origin rockets. From selling books online to building space rockets and owning major media outlets, Bezos has proven that sometimes the biggest dreams really do pay off. And at $234 billion, I'd say they've paid off pretty well. 4. Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison, the tech titan who turned lines of code into a fortune worth over $200 billion. If you think that's impressive, wait until you hear about the guy who owns his own Hawaiian paradise. Born in New York City and raised in Chicago, Ellison's journey to becoming one of the world's wealthiest individuals is nothing short of remarkable. Back in 1977, he co-founded Oracle, which started as a simple database management company. But Ellison had bigger dreams. He saw the future of technology before most people even had computers on their desks. Under his leadership as CEO and now as CTO, Oracle became a powerhouse in enterprise software. When the world shifted to cloud computing, Ellison didn't just adapt, he thrived. Oracle's cloud services now power some of the biggest companies on the planet, adding billions to his already impressive wealth. But here's the most fascinating part. What does a tech billionaire do with all that money? That's right, he owns 98% of Lanai, a stunning 90,000-acre paradise in the Pacific. Talk about taking working from home to a whole new level. From database genius to island owner, Ellison's story shows us that in tech, the sky's not the limit. Sometimes it's just the beginning. 5. Bernard Arnault and family, 146B to 181B. When we talk about luxury and wealth, one name stands out above all others in Europe: Bernard Arnault. But how did this French business magnate build an empire worth over $181 billion? Let me tell you the fascinating story. Imagine walking into a store where everything screams elegance and exclusivity. That's the world Bernard Arnault has masterfully created. As the CEO of LVMH, he's not just selling products, he's selling dreams. Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, Sephora, these aren't just brands, they're status symbols that millions desire. What's truly remarkable is how Arnault turned LVMH into the undisputed king of the global luxury market. From high-end fashion to premium wines and spirits, his empire spans over 70 prestigious brands. This strategic genius has made him not just the richest person in Europe, but one of the wealthiest individuals on the planet. But here's what's really interesting. While other billionaires focus on technology or industry, Arnault built his fortune by understanding human desire. He knew that luxury isn't just about products, it's about making people feel special. And that insight has turned him into a master of the luxury universe, growing his wealth from $146 billion to an astounding $181 billion. When you see someone carrying a Louis Vuitton bag or wearing Dior, remember, that's all part of Bernard Arnault's vision of luxury for the world.
Enjoying the video, correct? Make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Please leave your feedback, hit like, share the content.
6. Warren Buffett, 152B. Warren Buffett, often called the Oracle of Omaha, isn't just another billionaire. He's a living legend in the investment world, sitting on a staggering fortune of $152 billion. But here's what makes him truly fascinating. He still lives in the same modest house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. As CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, Buffett turned what was once a struggling textile company into one of the world's largest conglomerates. But his success isn't built on flashy tech startups or risky ventures. Instead, he's famous for his patient, value-based investing approach, buying great companies at fair prices and holding them for decades. His investment portfolio reads like a who's who of American business success. He owns massive stakes in household names like Apple, which has become Berkshire's largest investment, Coca-Cola, where he famously drinks 5 cans a day, and Bank of America, which he rescued during the 2008 financial crisis. What's truly remarkable is that despite his enormous wealth, Buffett is known for his frugal lifestyle and has pledged to give away 99% of his fortune to philanthropic causes. He's not just building wealth, he's teaching us all valuable lessons about patience, simplicity, and the power of making smart, long-term decisions. 7. Larry Page. Let's talk about Larry Page, a tech visionary who turned a PhD project into one of the most valuable companies in the world. Back in the late 90s, Page and his Stanford buddy Sergey Brin had this wild idea to organize the entire internet. Pretty ambitious, right? Fast forward to today, and that college project became Google, now part of Alphabet, making Page one of the wealthiest people on Earth with a fortune between $144 and $161 billion. But here's what's fascinating. Page didn't just get lucky with Google. He consistently bet on the future of technology. He's been quietly pushing the boundaries of what's possible, especially in AI and cloud computing. While everyone was still figuring out basic search, Page was already thinking about self-driving cars, artificial intelligence, and how to make computing more accessible to everyone. What's really impressive is how Page turned his early tech bets into massive wins. From Google's expansion into YouTube, Android, and Chrome, to investments in groundbreaking AI projects like DeepMind, his vision has consistently paid off. It's not just about the money, though. Page's innovations have fundamentally changed how we live, work, and interact with technology. He's proof that sometimes the biggest success stories start with just asking, what if we could do this better? 8. Sergey Brin. Let me tell you about Sergey Brin, the brilliant mind who helped create one of the most influential companies in history. From a net worth of $138 billion to $154 billion, Brin's journey is nothing short of remarkable. As the co-founder of Google, Now part of Alphabet, Brin transformed the way we interact with information. Remember the days before Google? When finding answers meant flipping through encyclopedias? Well, Brin and Larry Page changed all that from a Stanford University dorm room. What's fascinating is that even though he stepped back from day-to-day operations, Brin continues to shape our future through Alphabet's cutting-edge AI initiatives and moonshot projects. Think self-driving cars, advanced medical research, and technology we haven't even imagined yet. His massive stake in Google stock remains a testament to his belief in the company's vision. But here's what's really interesting. Despite his enormous wealth, Brin is known for his relatively modest lifestyle and his passion for pushing technological boundaries rather than flaunting his fortune. From revolutionizing internet search to exploring the frontiers of artificial intelligence, Sergey Brin's impact on our daily lives continues to grow, along with his impressive net worth. 9. Amancio Ortega. Ever wondered how a small-town shopkeeper became one of the richest people on Earth? Meet Amancio Ortega, the mastermind behind the fashion empire you probably shop at without even knowing it. Starting from humble beginnings in Spain, Ortega revolutionized the fashion industry with a simple yet brilliant idea: bring runway trends to everyday people, fast and affordable. In 1975, he opened his first Zara store, and what happened next was nothing short of extraordinary. Today, his company Inditex isn't just Zara. It's a global powerhouse including brands like Massimo Dutti, Pull&Bear, and Bershka. What's his secret? While other retailers took months to get new styles to stores, Ortega's empire could do it in weeks. This fast fashion approach completely changed how we shop for clothes. But here's what's really fascinating. Ortega didn't stop at fashion. He took his billions and became one of the world's smartest real estate investors, snatching up prime properties in major cities like London, New York, and Madrid. From retail spaces to office buildings, his property portfolio is just as impressive as his fashion empire. With a net worth of $124 billion, Ortega proves that sometimes the biggest success stories come from the simplest ideas, giving people what they want when they want it. 10. Steve Ballmer. Let me tell you about Steve Ballmer, a man whose energetic personality is as legendary as his business success. You might know him as the guy who would literally jump around on stage during Microsoft presentations, shouting, "Developers! Developers! Developers!" But there's so much more to this fascinating character. After joining Microsoft in 1980 as employee number 30, Balmer rose through the ranks to become CEO in 2000, taking the reins from his college buddy Bill Gates. During his 14-year tenure as CEO, he helped transform Microsoft from a software company into a tech powerhouse, tripling the company's revenue despite some notable misses like the Windows Phone. But here's where it gets really interesting. After stepping down from Microsoft in 2014, Balmer didn't just retire to a beach somewhere. Instead, he made headlines by purchasing the LA Clippers NBA team for a whopping $2 billion. Talk about a career pivot! Today, Balmer's net worth has soared to astronomical heights, primarily thanks to his massive Microsoft stock holdings. The tech giant's continued success has made him one of the wealthiest people on the planet. From passionate tech executive to enthusiastic basketball team owner, Steve Ballmer's journey shows that sometimes the second act can be just as exciting as the first.